Hey team, and welcome to this tutorial on how to add a picture to Google Slides or Google Docs. There are times where maybe you want to respond on a whiteboard or a scratch piece of paper, or maybe you have a workbook or you've printed out the document and you've recorded your responses and you would like to add a picture into Google Slides or Google Docs into that original assignment and share that with your teacher. So let's get started. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll notice how my cursor, my little hand is pointing to the orange box. That lets me know that this is Google Slides. And then on the left, I have the original assignment that my teacher shared with me. And then underneath that, where I've got item number 2, it's kind of how it has that mustard color around it. There's a second slide. I'm going to teach you how to delete that slide, how to bring it back, and then, oops, if you accidentally delete all of it, how to undo that mistake. Using your keyboard, you can hold down the control button and then touch the letter M for more, and that will give you more slides. Your other option, I'm going to bring in my red arrow, you can click that plus symbol right there, and that's another way that you can bring in more slides. So you want to leave the original document in there, and then you also want your copy on that next slide. Now, if you want to delete any slide because you have too many of them, you can just use the backspace or the delete button on your keyboard. But make sure you've selected the right one. So click on that slide and then delete it if you don't need it anymore. Now, what if you accidentally click that delete button too many times and you delete everything? Oh, I've done that before. Up here on the left, and I'm going to point to that undo button. You can click the undo button 1, 2, 3, 4. However many times you need to click the undo button, you can go back in history 1, 2, and 3 steps to bring those resources back in. I'm now going to click on slide 2 because I want the image or the picture to show up on slide number 2. After I do that, I'm going to click right here where it says Insert. After I click Insert, the very first thing right here is Image. I need to scoot all the way over to the right in order to go down to Camera. If I'm not careful and I scoot down, oh, you see how it disappears? You need to make sure that when you're right there on the word Image, you slide over to the right. And now you're going to move down and click Camera. When you click Camera, you're probably going to see a white box that says allow or block. Please make sure that you use the allow button. If you accidentally click the block button instead of the allow button, come back up to that padlock, click on the padlock one time, come down to where it says camera, and then click on that down facing triangle, and where it says block, now click the word allow. Click the little X on that top right corner, make that box disappear, and then you might also see a box that says reload. To apply your updated settings to this site, reload this page, go ahead and click reload and then start from the beginning. Click on insert and then try to use the camera again. All right. I'm going to hold my assignment up and I'm going to position my assignment. So I've conjugated some Spanish verbs. And then I'm going to hold that assignment up in front of the camera. And then right down here where I've got that orange button, I'm going to click on the camera in order to take a picture of my assignment. Friends, if you're too far away from the camera, your teacher's not going to be able to read that assignment. It's not going to take a quality picture of that assignment. So make sure that you're close to the camera. I clicked it. On the right hand side, you can see the picture that I took. Make sure that there's a blue box around the picture that you want to insert into the assignment. If you want to choose more than one picture, then you can come back to that camera button again because, oops, maybe you scooted too far over to the left or too far over to the right and you didn't take a picture of the whole thing. Make sure that you click on the right one. After you click on the right one, then you're going to choose Insert. After you choose Insert, it's going to pop into that assignment. And it's kind of small when it pops in there. Now, see these blue boxes around the outside? This is how you can make that picture larger. And I recommend that you click on the corner box in order to make that picture a little bit larger. Uh-oh, all my blue boxes disappeared. That's because I clicked over in that gray space. For those blue boxes to reappear, click on the assignment. See what happens when I don't choose a corner box and I try to make the picture larger? It looks goofy. My teacher can't read that very well. Remember the uh-oh button or the undo button? I'm going to model what that undo button looks like. I'm going to show you what it looks like to go back to normal, and then you can fix it all over again. Click on the corner and then leave your index finger down and then slide, slide, slide out in order for that image to get a little bit larger. A little bit later on in the video, I'm going to explain to you how to get better quality images. Because if you zoom in on those pictures and you can't read it, your teacher can't read it either. So be patient. In just a little while, I'll explain how to get a better picture. When you're ready to turn this assignment in, you have the Turn In button located up here over on the right. Or inside Google Classroom, you also have that Turn In button as well. So once you're finished with that assignment, remember to turn that assignment in. All right, friends, now I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're inside Google Docs. See how it's blue? That blue box shows me that it's a Google Doc. Very similar to Google Slides. In that top toolbar, I'm going to click on Insert. I'm going to stay right there where it says Image. I'm going to scoot over to the right. And then I'm going to slide down to where it says Camera in order to activate that camera. And then I'm going to take pictures of whatever assignment it is that I would like to turn in. Now remember, it can be a whiteboard, a scratch piece of paper, it can be the original assignment, or it can be a picture of me. Maybe my teacher wants a picture of me. You can also do that as well. In this sample, I'm showing you that if the quality of the image is too poor, you might need to take more than one picture of that same assignment. Scoot that assignment really close to the camera and then take 2 or 3 pictures of that same page. Can you see right here how the quality of the images are different? You want to make sure that your teacher is capable of reading what you are turning in. So you might need to zoom in really close to get a quality picture so that your teacher can see all of the hard work that you did. Were you annotating the notes from the math lesson? Were you working on your spelling words? Did you write your spelling sentences for the week? Whatever assignment you want to share with your teacher, make sure your teacher can read it. And if you're not all that great at making the image larger, just leave all of them in there on that document and your teacher will figure it out. That's okay. Friends, remember to turn that assignment in when you're finished. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.